bandits guarding us, reciting the Holy Quran every day, but they didn't observe prayers. Bonza. Okay, I think I know why they would not probably want to observe their prayers, because you know that when they are praying, if they don't finish the prayer, they can't stand up. So probably they are thinking that if they start praying, people can overpower them and probably escape or something, so they wouldn't want to do that. Justice Farouq Azam Bunza, a Kebbi State High Court judge, has recounted how he maintained his religious routine during 9 days in captivity, saying he prayed alone, while the bandits guarding him did not observe the daily prayers. Bunza said he performed tayammum, or dry ablution, before praying because his captors did not join him. Why should they join you? I don't understand. Bunza's account offers further insight into how he maintained his faith despite the difficult conditions of his captivity. Okay? The judge said the armed men did not observe the 5 daily prayers, although he regularly heard them reciting verses from the Holy Quran while guarding the victims. Unfortunately, the bandit did not observe the 5 daily prayers. When it was time for prayers, I prayed alone. I performed dry ablution, tayammum, and observed my prayers. Bonza said, that's because they allowed you. If they did not want to allow you to do it, they won't allow you to do it. He added that he could hear the 5 bandits reciting the Quran daily, but said they did not pray. Bonza said the experience taught him several lessons and that he continued to place his trust in Almighty Allah throughout the ordeal. He also said he remained committed to his duties after regaining his freedom. Okay, well, congratulations to you. Diana Rubber says, we know that all the terrorists in Nigeria are Muslims. Definitely. Is there an agreement on that one? There's no agreement on that one. Anthony says the APC government agenda is to Islamize Nigeria. It's not going to work for them. Peter Obi says, what is only in that book of bastards, useless occultic book called Quran? Mr. says, bastard, had it been they joined you, then you will credit what they are doing and might have joined them. Idiots, keep serving Allah while deceiving yourself. Okay? Donald says, don't deceive yourself, only Jesus can save. As True says, you are a blind mogul. You did not go to school. One criminal is leading you and your religion buying and destroying everywhere, and you still and believe in criminal religion. It is well with them. Arundo says, you perverse judge, you perverse judgment to favor the highest bidder. People are better off in their hands than elsewhere. Okay? Skido says, after you will hear one useless Muslim saying Islam is a peacemaker, thunder without break will buy all Muslims. I beg go. Abdimre says, you said you were blindfolded during your stay, so how did you count 5 bandits in the forest? I beg. Okobe says, the guy you funny, so you wanted them to start knocking their head on the ground so that they will not know when you will escape. Exactly. They will be mumona. They can't observe any prayer. It's not possible. Tayo Tunde says, if anyone recites Bible verse regularly, even if he decides to do evil that very day, where he or she will read or condemn the act is planning because it's powered by Holy Spirit, that they read Quran and still able to carry out that evil act shows something is wrong. Yes, something is wrong in that your teaching. In that your Quran teaching, something is definitely wrong. Your Quran that is teaching you to do all those kind of things that terrorists are doing. I'm telling you. Okobe says, you are right. I've personally experienced it when I wanted to do something. I know it's wrong, but still wants to do it. But once I try to go through the Bible, the place that you open will condemn that thing that I wanted to do. And that's how I'll forget that thing. Latif Lawa says, and you call those lunatic bandit Muslims. They can never be Muslims. They are what? They are what? You just said them now that they were reciting the Quran. But obviously they cannot pray, because when they are praying, once you've started your prayer, you can't really stand up. They will bend their head. They can escape. The people that they've captured can decide to do something to the 5 of themselves. Tie them down or buy them to take them one by one. And that's it. So obviously they are not going to pray. As that says, of all use is a bandit observing 5 or 10 times of prayer if it is useless. You get. Michael says they have only been indoctrinated. The problem of religion with blindness. Atozimama says the bandits are at alert. They cannot join the prayer like that. And that doesn't mean they are not Muslims. You get. Nick Mark says the difference between you and those bandits is like lion and leopards in the eyes of domestic animals. Dika says, why won't they recite the Quran? It's the occultic book that taught them atrocities that they used to traumatize innocent people for their blood-sucking God. Babatunde says, congratulations on your Iman. May Allah continue to protect you and your family. Obiwane says, they recite where mattered to them. Okay? Peter says, why didn't you preach to them? They were your co-religious people, so you're interested in them joining you in your prayers. Kongi says, how can bandits guide someone if he also is not a bandit coordinator? Useless topic. It is well. It says, Justice Bonza, you have experienced what a common person is going through. I wish our kidnapping case to come to court and you pardon and rehabilitate them into the society or spare their life. Okay? Everyone said, what a religion of doom. Olonade says, they don't need to pray, they only need to recite the verses that inspires and encourage them to continue their evil. Abi now. It is well. As Uji says, next time when these kidnappers are brought before your court of jurisdiction, do pass judgment accordingly to eliminate these criminals from our society, as they are not fit to continue coexisting with us in the society. Yes, they are not. Joa says the point there is that the bandits are practicing Islam. They are pure Muslims. Before Uncle, that's what they are now. Anthony says it's better they continue to kidnap those big men than people who are struggling to feed. Abio. Tunde says they will not join you. A captive is like an animal that they can't do anything to him. They can buy him and cook him for their food. It's only God that can deliver people in the captive because there is no hope for the captive. Mercy King says, provided he's guarding you, Allah has accepted the service. I don't understand. Grace is his reward in heaven. Remember these so-called people are your children. Now, wow. David says, is there anything holy about a compendium of assembled lies? Holy Quran, Holy Satan. After David says, they are your brothers now. They shouldn't be tried for any crime more. Abi. Maybe you go pardon them. Agada says, truth has no rival. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is Lord, no controversy. Mukaila says, congratulations, sir, for your freedom. May Allah guide all of us. Thanks. Okay, Dala says they are political thugs. Okay. Zekwe says nonsense. Lawa Haji says, now you know who they truly are. Okay. And this one, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.